Well, honestly, that's a pretty complicated question. It doesn't sound like it, but it is. I mean, you've really laid it down right there. What is a choice, really? Like, for example, this morning, I couldn't decide what to do with my day. I thought, hey, I'm young and free in an ancient foreign city. What are those rites of passage I have to check off my list while I'm here? Except bus tours are creepy as fuck, and the marble in a lot of museums reminds me of plastic polymer laminates. My grandfather had a prosthetic leg when I was little, and my mom always made me help him put it on in the mornings to make me appreciate diversity. I mean, I respect a person's choice not to have legs, but it was a little fascist. So instead, I thought, I'll just sit on a stone wall somewhere and ponder how promising my future is. And so, I'm watching the ducks, right? Ruminating about global warming, cultural appropriation, you know, all your typical contemporary American social issues you gather from Huffington Post headlines. Share, fatty. And I see this paper bag floating downriver. And I start thinking how, you know, according to Alan Ball and that dude from Ghost Rider, this is the ultimate commentary on what the American dream should be. A paper bag drifting along aimlessly. The beautiful, melancholy simplicity of accepting what we can and cannot control. But is it so simple? So aimless? I mean, if you think about it, a very specific chain of events sent this paper bag here, now, the very day I choose to go watch the ducks. I may think it's just another piece of litter that came from a grocery store and will decompose, but that paper bag may have traveled hundreds of miles to arrive at this point, just when I showed up. Or maybe its journey has only just begun. Is that what the bag is trying to tell me? Is this a sign of where I am in my life? It has to be fate, and even though I appreciate how courteously you have insinuated my agency in the matter that is, ultimately, my life, I'm not certain I really have control over where I end up, what I choose, or who I am really. I'm just drifting along, too. In another life, that paper bag could have been my little brother. Or something. I lost the thread. But, like, okay, as I'm trying to follow this chain of events the bag has sent me on, I'm paying so much attention to this little piece of universe that I walk into a street sign. Fuck. And I think, wow, what a telling metaphor for human existence. A sign that narrows down your options for you in an attempt to guide your decisions. Is the sign really such a blessing, though? I could have gone any which way, but now with this metal arrow pointing one way, I have only the choice to go this way, or if I dare go against the grain, the opposite. But what about everything in between? Is all that vast territory of directional infiniteness no longer available to me because I've been given a choice? But really, who am I to say that the choices these signs have afforded me are not the best? One sign leads to another and another. Many thousands of years worth of research and researchers may have explored these many directions and foreseen that the key to my salvation ultimately lies at the end of some combination of them, waiting on that weird Smurf-like grass stuff across the street. Who's to say? Who am I to challenge their wisdom? I guess I'll find a better answer to that question in the future, but for now, in the inevitable naivete of my youth, I'm satisfied with what these signs have presented me. So I guess I went on a mild tangent there for like a minute, but all that being said, if I had to answer your question, I guess I would have to say plastic.
Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way.